In 2015, a whole new generation of Wonderkids were emerging in Football Manager, but of those, who failed to fulfill that early glowing potential? After being scouted by Manchester United aged just 7, James Wilson would enjoy a 12-year youth career with the Red Devils. In May of 2014, he'd finally make his first team debut, scoring twice in a 3-1 Premier League victory over Hull City. With first team opportunities limited under manager Louis van Gaal, a series of loans would materialise to Brighton, Derby and Aberdeen, but he failed to make an impact anywhere. Eventually he'd drift down the divisions before finding a home with Port Vale. Success would finally come his way with a League Two playoff victory in 2022. Ranked amongst the best young centre-backs in Europe on Football Manager 2015, Ionit Nedelcearu was developed with the academy of Dynamo Bucharest. Already showing impressive heading, tackling and physicality aged 18, he'd quickly establish himself as a first-team regular with the club, playing 111 games and winning a League Cup. Despite attracting reported interest from Roma and Zenit, the young centre-back would make the move to FC Ufa. Whilst he continued to impress there, Europe's bigger teams would back away. AEK Athens would sign him for a season before he made his way to Serie B, where he's been ever since. Trained at the famed youth system of Boca Juniors, Andres Cubas would make his debut in blue and yellow, aged just 17. Over the coming years he'd enjoy loans with Pescara and Defence and Justice, before Nimes permanently brought him to Europe for a fee of around $3 million. The Paraguayan eventually found a permanent home with the Vancouver Whitecaps, whom he's won 3 consecutive Canadian championships with. In 2015 they have a chance to win the entire MLS Cup, a potential first league title for the South American since 2015. Once heralded as a Scottish Messi, Ryan Gauld. Back in 2014, he's with the youth system of Sporting Club. He'd enjoy a 7-year spell in Portuguese football, scoring 29 goals and assisting 18. His most significant impact would come with second-tier side Ferenc, whom he won promotion with in 2020. Like Andres Cubas, Gauld can now be found plying his trade with Vancouver in Canada. Excluding an injury-ravaged 2025, he's looked to have found a great home here, and with the playoffs fast approaching, he'll be looking up to make for some lost time. After making his way through the ranks at Estudiantes in Argentina, Sporting Club would spend €2.6 million to bring Jonathan Silva to Europe. Whilst he'd enjoy early success, earning 2 appearances with the Albiceleste, his story would be similar to Gauld's, struggling for game time and being loaned out to a variety of teams. From 2018 to 2024, Silva would slowly drift down the divisions in Spain as his minutes diminished further and further. For the year ahead, he's just signed with Malaysian side Johor Darul Tazim, hoping he can regain some of that form on a new continent. Easily amongst the best young players on Football Manager 2015, Pione Sisto. That year he would score the goal which secured FC Midtjylland their first ever Danish league title. And that didn't go unnoticed, with scouts from Barcelona, Milan and Juventus all looking to lure the young talents out. But it would be Celta Vigo who won the race for his signature. Over the next 4 years in Spain, he'd get plenty of first-team chances, but would not score more than 5 La Liga goals in a season, as he struggled to replicate that early career form. After a further disastrous spell with Alanyaspor and now Aris in Greece, time is rapidly closing in on this once mercurial talent. Donis Avdijaj. Back in 2014, aged just 17, he's already exhibiting some elite technical attributes, particularly in his finishing and first touch. And it's not surprising that his loan to Sturm Graz would generate 13 goals in 45 games, as he made an early impact in Austrian football. But that candle would burn out quickly. Over the following 6 seasons, he'd just score a further 9 league goals, playing in Holland, Scotland, Cyprus, and Switzerland. More recently, he's had a small resurgence in the Austrian Bundesliga with TSV Hartberg, but still a long way from achieving that early potential. Amongst the best young defensive midfield wonderkids on FM 2015, Lucas Romero. He'd enjoy a 15-year association with Vélez Sarsfield, helping them win an Argentine league title and a Super Cup. The youth international had the world at his feet, but he would make the move to Cruzeiro, where he'd add 3 further medals to his collection. His finest achievement came in 2023 with Leon of Mexico, winning a CONCACAF Champions League. Whilst there have been plenty of trophies won, I don't believe he's quite fulfilled that early huge promise. Having already played significant first-team minutes with Barcelona and Everton, Gerard Deulofeu would join Sevilla on loan for the 2015 campaign. In 28 games for the club, he'd score 3 times and assist 10, as he looked to continue to be one of the most promising youngsters to emerge from Barca's academy in a long time. But that would be short-lived, as he scored just 8 league goals over the coming 4 years, excluding anomaly seasons in 2019 with Watford and 2022 with Udinese. The last decade really hasn't been great, and having suffered a severe injury with the latter, he's now without a club altogether. Just like Phil Foden, Gianluca Gaudino would debut for Pep Guardiola aged just 17, as the youngster looked to make a big impression for Bayern Munich's senior side. In all competitions, he'd play 11 games for the Bavarian club, before leaving for the Swiss Super League. Whilst he would win back-to-back league titles with young boys, he quickly found his opportunities there limited. A 5-year period of yo-yoing between the two countries came next. He slowly drifted down the divisions of his homeland. Most recently, he's playing with Alemannia Aachen in the Bundesliga 3. Son of Gus, Diego Poyet. In 2014, he's just joined West Ham from Charlton Athletic as they sought a long-term answer to the defensive midfield position. Just 3 league appearances would materialise over the coming years, with a number of loans to lower league English sides. By 2017, his stock had fallen enormously as he lined up with Paphos in the Cypriot Super League. That would end up being his final professional season, as he called it a day, aged just 23. He's now coaching in the K-League in South Korea. A variety of footballing stories, but all who share that same unfortunate theme of not fulfilling that potential. Who knows which wonderkids in the world of Football Manager will emerge and join these guys as players who couldn't achieve their early hopes.